Hello, this is Jane Talbot and it is day 2 of my animal communication adventure. I am fresh out of the seminar room. It was about 50 minutes long today and the main focus was on using breathing to establish a sense of connectedness, a connection, not just with our animal companions, but with the universe in general. And the idea is, in establishing that connection, then we can become open to the information that is already in the field. So it's more of an opening than a trying, just an opening to the information that's already there. And so Asia explained that there are several ways that animal companions can communicate with us. So there might be visual information, pictures or flashes of images. We might receive auditory information in the form of a voice which we know is not our own voice. There might be feeling or emotional information. There might even be smelling information. And so I really enjoyed the experience today. I thought she was very clever. So the first thing she did was something we call in hypnosis revivification. So she brought back to life a time in our past when we knew we had had a clear communication with an animal. And this is all to do with building our confidence that if we have done it before, then it's certainly possible that we can do it again. And the way she positioned it is, this is actually totally natural thing to do and we can all do it. And what came to mind for me, I haven't got that much experience with animals. Had a tortoise that ran away when I was a child and a goldfish that didn't survive very long, and then not much after that. And Sparky's my first dog. And 3 years ago, I went to an animal rescue centre with my husband. He was looking for a working dog, a collie, and he was off wandering around looking at the dogs. And it was as if Sparky said to me, shouted at me, "Oi! Look at me, take me." And I turned round and I saw this little Jack Russell doing all sorts of tricks, and it was almost like nobody else could see this. And I thought, gosh, I have to have this dog. He is gorgeous. I felt that immediate connection, and I couldn't understand why everyone wasn't standing around his area of the kennel watching this gorgeous man. So that was the thing I brought back to life. And then Asia taught us about breathing, using breathing as a way of establishing this feeling of connection and to imagine ourselves in a very natural place out in nature. And I think one of the keys to all of this is really slowing down and opening up. And then we were to set the clear intention that we wanted to be able to listen, to communicate with our animal companions. And we had to invite our animal companion of choice into our energy field. And I wasn't quite sure what this meant or what to expect. And at this point, the spirit version, I don't know what the correct term is for this. It's not the real Sparky, he was in the front room, but the spirit version of Sparky leapt into my energy field. It was almost like he was coming onto a stage, pushing through the curtains and put his thumbs up like that, like, hey, like he was the Fonz. And I started giggling and I had a really warm joy, lovely feeling inside my body, and it felt really good. Now, I don't know whether I was just imagining this or it was actually happening, but it was very real to me. And then Asia asked us to ask our animal companions whether there was something we needed to hear today. Was there a message or a communication that needed to take place? Did we have something to hear today? And at this point, Sparky then appeared with a hat and sunglasses on like the Blues Brothers and started to dance. And then he laid down and started to chill out. And next then Asia said, "Can you ask your animal companion to sit next to you or move out of your direct line of vision so we can complete the meditation. And then Sparky assumed the meditation pose and started talking to me. Not words, but he had a kind of a Scooby-Doo type of voice, and he really made me giggle. And when we all kind of came back in the room, there was an open question session. And I was trying to make sense of my experience. You know, if that was a message for me from Sparky, what was he trying to tell me? And what I drew from it is that right now, in our home life, we're going through quite a challenging time. And I know that Sparky seems to be like an emotional sponge. He cleans up emotions that are hanging around. He absorbs them. That's what it feels like to me. And I think what he's trying to tell me, he just wants to chill out for a bit and play. And that's what I'm going to do with him this afternoon. And I did spend a bit of time directly after the seminar with him. The people on the call who were reporting all sorts of fabulous things, like their pets actually coming to them physically when they called them, or having different experiences of different energies connecting to them. So I went through to see how Sparky was getting on, and he was just like wiped out asleep, totally chilling out. So I'm going to practice the breathing and slowing down and setting the intention of wanting to listen and connect. And I am looking forward to the next session tomorrow. I think Aisha's brilliant.